Welcome back indeed, and finally I'm very excited about our final guest here today on the show. We have actor Owumi Ugbeye. I got that right, didn't I?
Yeah.
Now Owumi she's a writer for In Love Swap and also No Longer Broken, and she has been in what's the other
MTV
movie?
Sugar. She was in MTV
Oh, Sugar.
Yeah.
Great to have you here.
First of all, QCOG. Yeah.
Stop.
What?
We don't do fraternities.
Why?
We don't do that kind of
Please. Please.
Don't, none of that.
QC girls always doing great.
Yes.
Well, whatever.
Always do.
What house were you in?
I was in Danfodio.
I was in Obong. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make you feel.
You guys done?
I'm trying to make you
Can we get on with it?
Yeah.
In any case, it is great to have you here, Owumi. Owumi, you're from Delta State?
Yes, I am.
That's Ishekiri, yeah?
Yes, I'm
So it's not the
Shekiri.
Yoruba Wumi, it's
No,
Owumi.
it's Ushorishe Wumi.
Yes.
Yes.
Same to you. I don't know. But it's great to have you here, and I absolutely love your character in person and the characters that you play, especially that one character that you played, which was, I think, your first role in 2013, Sugar.
Yes.
That's been quite a while now.
Yes,
What
it
is it?
has.
Almost a decade, hasn't it?
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost about eight.
About 8 years.
8 years now, yes.
That was a very unique role as well. It was a very young one.
Yes.
Now, my question with that is, since then, did you find yourself stereotyped into certain kinds of roles, like being that personality?
For a bit, I was playing younger characters. People just out of high school and early 20s. But at some point, I had to
Break out of that.
And try and explore older characters, and that's what I've been trying to do at the moment. Even at some point I had to write a script and make a film where I played an older character who had a child. Yes, closer to my reality as an adult.
But you say that like as if you're older than 25.
I am.
Okay. So how old are you right now?
I am about to be 31.
Shut the front door.
Yes, black don't crack.
Yeah.
So I love that I look a certain way, so I can play younger characters and I can play older characters. Segue. So basically my playing age is from like 17 to 35, 40, depends on the makeup and hair. So
all right.
So yes, so I had to kind of, that was when I made and wrote and produced No Longer Broken, and I played an older character. I enjoyed it so much, I decided, okay, I should start looking for roles, with...
But there had to have been that point where you said, you know what, this is what I want to do. We know how our parents can be. At that age, they're like, no, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. But then you decided to go into the industry.
Well, I'm lucky because my mom is an actor.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes. So when I decided I was going to act, I remember it vividly. I was in my early teens, and I was watching her on stage. She was doing this Nigerian adaptation of Macbeth, and she was playing Lady Macbeth. And I couldn't, tally both people, because the character she was playing was so wicked and creepy, and I'm like, is this my mom? But I knew it was how we left the house together. So when I saw how she could switch, I was like, I want to do this. So when I was in high school, I would do plays, I would write plays as well and perform. And so after I finished university, I got a chance to audition for Sugar, and it was just after my NYSC, and I got the part. And after that, I started, working, going to auditions early in the morning. I remember Tinsel, 5 a.m. You'll be there. But I would go, and I was so driven, and I've been lucky enough to work consistently, to be on projects that are a year long. Usually I'm on telenovelas that are a year long, consistent work. And if I'm not acting, I'm writing, and I'm trying to break into producing.
That's incredible. So your mother, she's a stage actor.
She's a stage and film actor.
And film actor.
Yes.
And has that made any influence on your skill?
Oh yes.
Are you also into stage as well?
Yes, I have done stage before. I do stage as well.
But oh, sorry, still on that. Now, the thing with stage acting is that it is very, very demanding. You can't make a mistake and come back to it in stage. It's like, this has, you have to do it and get it right that first time.
Yes.
And then acting behind a camera, you can take 2. Okay, take 1,000. You're going to do it again.
Yeah.
how do you, which do you prefer?
I like stage because you get an immediate reaction. You know that adrenaline rush that you feel when you see a performance. You feel it immediately, and it puts you on your toes. And it has really helped me a lot in film because when you're on stage, like you said, there's no take two. You have to be on. You have to be focused. You have to be on point. So when I'm acting for film, it's a thing where it's usually max 2 takes for each shot because in my head I've already planned everything out. I'm focused. I'm like, okay, I know my lines. I'm going to do this, and let's do this as quickly as possible. So I like to think I'm a one-take actor. So it has helped me on film. Yes. If I don't blow my own trumpet, who will blow it?
Please do. But acting is also a far cry from writing. You said you had to write some roles for yourself.
Write your own role.
Write your own role. Now that, mentally speaking, like I don't even think sometimes even on the show here I can't even write some of the things I'm supposed to say. So how did you get into that, and do you think you're good at it?
I believe I'm great at it. I think, as I said before, I wanted to break out of playing a certain age range. So the story came into my head, and I was like, okay, let me try and write this. So I started out, I was using Microsoft Word at first. And then I showed a writer friend of mine, and it's like, this is taboo now. No, we don't use Microsoft Word. You have to get, you get like Final Draft or Celtex, So I had to download that, pay for it on my laptop, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be serious. So I wrote the script, and I showed my mom, and she's like, this is really, really good.
Nice.
So the name of the film is No Longer Broken.
Okay.
And I shot a pilot for it, and I sent it to one of my dad's friends, one of my uncles. And he's like, oh, how much do you need? Send me your budget. So he sent me a portion of my budget, and I was able to shoot the film. It's not quite out yet. It's still in post-production, but it's going to be out very soon. So I'm excited for people to see it. I think I write characters that are deep, that are not one-dimensional, that you can relate to.
Okay, so if I was to ask you, how much influence do you have in the casting and everything?
Not much, to be honest.
Can you write me into a role right now?
I had a feeling
I could be deep.
There.
I could be
what?
I got
debonair.
you.
What would you write me in as?
I would write you in
Make it sexy.
I should make it sexy. I could write you in as a suave, young professor.
Professor,
yes,
learned guy.
Yes.
The way these university kids are dressing these days, I don't want to be a professor.
Why? No. Then you'd probably be, in some sort of love affair with a teacher's assistant or something.
Oh,
Yeah. Just off the top of my head.
Do me.
Okay, you. I would cast you as
Wicked stepmother.
No. As the suave, worldly single mom. Yes. Who is living her best life.
Yes, sir.
Enjoying herself. Living her best life. She has money, cars, and she's like,
let's go.
do I want him?
Titi's
No.
enjoying
Do I
this
want him?
too
No.
Thank you. I'm loving it.
Yes.
So when you're ready to write that whole story, just
Of course, I'll let you know.
I hope your uncle is still there to bankroll it.
We shall see. So yes.
In any case, now, I always like to ask actors about this whole old Nollywood and new Nollywood thing and the influence old Nollywood has on new Nollywood. And I was discussing with someone who's a very interesting actor herself, and we're talking about the influence that, like, these stories that are coming back into new Nollywood.
Yes.
We talked about, what's the name? Where's Tupper? We talked about these old movies like,
Living in Bondage.
what's it called? Living in Bondage. Rattlesnake, and all of them, and everything like that. So what do you think about these stories? Do you think that people are relating to these new stories? Because some of them fall very far from the originals.
Yes.
My experience of movie remakes, it always has a certain, whatchamacallit?
Synergy between... I think at the time, those were fan favorites. And I like how they brought some people who were in the old movies back, and they kind of kept the thread of the old stories in the new stories. But I think they wanted to make it fresh and more modern and more, you know, in sync with the life we're living now, you know, with social media and get money quickly and, you know, flash and pump and pageantry. You know, we like a fizzy. Yeah. So that's basically what they... So I understand it and I get it. And it's... I think that's why.
Honestly. I wish you could continue this conversation.
But we have to feed you.
Yeah.
Yes,
we have a chef that's been really working up a storm. Please.
Okay.
This way.
Okay. Thank you.
Mike is very eager. Oh,
God, calm down.
we have to guess
I hope you wrote a
today.
room. If you don't write, you are going to drink that.
You want to see me naked?
Cheta, leave me alone, please.
Alex. Alex, did what happened between us not matter to you? Wait, you didn't feel anything when we kissed?
Cheta.
Alex, not even Abby can make you blind to see what has been happening between us.
Cheta, you're like...
Like what? A sister? But I'm not your sister. You can't be attracted to you.
Wait, did they just put you in sister zone?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, before we get to that, Chef Adex, of course, put this together very fast, Chef Adex. Just let's know how we got to this.
Like, for those that have been following us from the beginning, so like I said, this is crispy chicken burger.
Okay.
So on the side we have French fry. This is just small.
Okay, while this is going on, guys, I hope you wrote something. What to do? Well, there's no time. We'll talk about that one later. But hey, come on, you can try it out. You can try it out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well,
Chef.
yep. Chef Adex, wonderful, great job there. While they are trying this out, Hajia Aisha. Yeah, that's her name. That's her name. Okay, yeah, they're trying out the fries. You like it? It's good? The fries is actually very, very tasty and very
It's crispy, it's not soggy.
Yeah.
We know our stuff.
You are blending, yeah.
We do.
All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Chef Adex, well done, great job. Haja and the rest, bye-bye.
Between
See you.
Yes. 3, 2, 1.
See them twinning, you know. Wow.
Girl.